Good day, everyone. My name is Cazius Derrick, all the way from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It is my honor and privilege to join with you and my brother Bowen on today's morning Medz to bring a testimony. Usually, when I share my testimony, I would speak about the keeping power of God. I don't take God's keeping power for granted, because I know there are many young persons my age who are not with God, who don't consider God, or who don't even believe in God. So I take it, I hold it in high esteem, and I count it as a privilege that God has kept me over these years. But today I am not going to share with you about that. I want to share specifically about the faithfulness of God. Several years ago, God would have come through and proved to me of how faithful He is. I remember in those days my family was going through a breakup and a divorce, and it seemed as though in my life at that time everything was getting out of hand. Everything was going their own way, and I didn't understand it, and it bothered me so much that I had to spend some time with my aunt. I spent quite a few months with my aunt. And I remember in those days, they were the days that I looked to God more. I remember that at 12 in the a.m. in the night, that I would take some time, I lock myself away, I would turn off my phone and everything, and I spent that time in prayer with God. And God showed me in a dream in those days that He was going to send me off to Bible school. And it was so weird, because in this dream, my father was the one who was with me. And this was odd. It was odd because I was quite upset with my father, and I didn't want to see him. So I didn't know how God was going to move me from that stage of being that upset with him to that stage of what He was showing me, in that He was going to be the one with me, sending me off to Bible school. And because of that dream, and because of all that was happening in those days, I used to take my time in the evening and go down to spend some time with God at a particular beach. And I would wait for this time, because I knew that people were leaving the beach, and that I would have the beach for myself. Because I knew that when I got down to that beach, listen, it's balling. Alright? And I knew that I wanted to cry. I wanted to make my petitions and my supplication, everything that was upon my heart. I wanted to pour it out to God every time that I would spend, at that time when I would spend with Him at the beach. And I remember that each time that I went to the beach, I felt as though God's embrace came upon me. I felt that as though God was saying to me, or He was assuring me that, son, is going to be okay. That, son, it doesn't matter. You shouldn't be focused on all the chaos, or you shouldn't be overwhelmed or allow yourself to fall into the ditch or into the trap of all the chaos that is happening now, because I have a purpose and I have a plan. And in those days, I would question God about this dream, about this vision. How is it, God, that you're going to take me from here to there? At that time, I was unemployed. At that time, my parents and everybody was not together. At that time, I didn't have any money. And I said, God, how was this thing possible? But yet every time I went to the beach, I felt God's assurance that He is going to take me from here to there. And today I am pastoring, and I'm going on 2 years being a pastor of a church in the leeward end in St. Vincent. And I can sit here and share with you that God has not only kept me, but God has been faithful in what He would have spoken to me so many years ago. I don't know if you are going through something today, and you may be wondering, God, I don't know how you're going to move me from this stage to that stage. God, I don't know how it is possible. My friends, I want to share with you today that it is possible. The same God who calls you is the same God who is able to do it. I want to assure you, because the scripture speaks about that. Faithful is He who calleth you. It is Him who is able to do it. It doesn't matter what you're going through right now in your life. It doesn't matter how things may seem or what people may say. If God would have spoken to you about something, I can assure you and I can stand as a testimony today that God is faithful to see you through. It doesn't matter how rough the storms of life may get. It doesn't matter who may leave your life. It doesn't matter if you lack or if you have in abundance. If God has spoken to you, my friends, He is definitely and certainly faithful to fulfill His word. And that is what I want to share with you today, that God is faithful and He will faithfully honor His word to you. God bless you, everybody. Have a good day.